Hello, my beautiful train wrecks. This is Jill from Diamond Painting with the Edwards. How are you today? Hopefully everyone is doing good. I'm doing okay. So, before we start Steampunk Cat, Ringo. I have named this one Ringo because, of course, we already have a George, so we're going to have a Ringo as well. So, we are halfway through the event, and I'm doing good. Considering two projects, the Queen, Elizabeth II, and this, I'm doing wonderful. I will, when I'm done today, because I'm going to do some filming today, I am going to unroll, because I have this rolled down below on a pool noodle. Yes, in fact, a pool noodle. If you roll the canvas around a pool noodle, those drills, the diamonds, shouldn't pop off. I'm not going to say definitely won't, because there's never a definite in life, you know what I mean? But they shouldn't roll off. So, yeah, I've got the outfit wrapped around. When we left off, Tom was doing the nose. So I thought, well, I had said something about doing the hair and the whiskers and stuff. So I decided, okay, I've worked on this. I think I've got it down to where there's only like 45 minutes left, I think. So, yeah, pardon the ding. We have to record with the phone on because of the Dexcom. So, I think we're down to 45 minutes here. If not, I'll finish it off camera because we have to go to the eyes. I already have them squared out and ready. I have been working around doing the bottom parts this weekend. I'm waiting for the eyes. I cannot wait to do these eyes. Hopefully today I get these eyes done. So this video will be Tuesday. I just posted up a logbook video for today, which is Monday. So yes, this is not ahead of time, folks, but I'm not pressured. We're good. You guys will give me grace if I don't get everything accomplished. And that is not Wednesday and Thursday. Y'all will still love me. So, to start out with, we are using Bella Art Denicol trays. I don't have the stoppers on and I don't have the lids on because you know what? I live life dangerous. We have got the Diamond Art Club pens, pink and blue, with glue dots and wax. I think we're ready. I have my glass of tea. And I don't have as much room now that the pool noodle is down here, so you're going to hear some more shuffling than usual. That's okay. We do what we got to get done. So, let's see. How do we want to start out? Let's start out with some question marks. Those are bright, shiny, and pretty, waiting for me. I have been just deciding to, with this one, since there is so much confetti, that I'm just sticking out with the colors, and I'm also getting out and feeding Miss Beatrice honey bun. She is not open and ready for my dryer sheets. I have been taking out the dryer sheets as we go. So, let's see. There's really not any color blocking. So, we're going to start with the pink pen and we're going to see how long the glue dots will go. Ooh, we got some nice pops. For all of my pop lovers, a moment of silence. there's some nice pops going on today. And yes, I am a weird diamond painter. I just go at random. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful weekend. It was a very productive weekend at the Edwards home. Tom and Philip cleaned out the basement. And let me tell you, when I mean they cleaned it out, they cleaned, ladies and gentlemen. They took out all of the old water heaters, stoves, washing machines, even though I had them keep, come on, don't fail on me now. I had them keep out the old wringer washer. Because in my brain, I have a cunning plan for that wringer washer. It doesn't work, so I'm not like destroying this washer. Doesn't work. But I don't have the heart to give it away because my grandma still, I think, has her wringer washer and uses it. I know she did when she lived in Indianapolis. And she would do like stuff that got dirty, like rugs and stuff like that. So, I have a fond memory of my grandma growing up using this washer. So, I took what was in the basement, or I had them take what was in the basement out, put it on our front porch for now. I gotta decide what I want to do to the outside to keep it from rusting. I don't know if I want to just do a clear coat. If Rust-Oleum does a clear coat, or another product like that does a clear coat. I don't know. I want to do something to keep it from rusting, because I have two of these old, I have one that's just a metal one. I'll put that on Facebook. I'll take a picture of both of them. And I want, it's like a galvanized bucket washer. It's old. And I would love to put them in the yard, put soil in them, and put flowers in them. I think it would be a fun, kooky idea. I'm a fun, kooky kind of gal. My grandma once painted up a bicycle, put it in her front yard. So yeah, we're a kooky kind of family, but I think that's amazing. So I'm thinking that is going to become a flower planter. I think I want both of them to be. The one that I have, the galvanized metal one, I still haven't done anything, so that's still on the front porch. But there's no room for two of these washers on the front porch anymore. I have to do something this summer. So, I will leave this up to you. And I will put a poll. Once I get 3 flowers. Whoever gives me the first 3 flowers is it. I'll put it as a poll. I want to fill them up with dirt. And fill them with flowers. So I think that would put them around the tree. I think that would be fabulous. Kooky, fun. Yeah. I was thinking geraniums because I have cousins that are in 4-H. They live kind of far out, but that's not a big deal. I go visit my grandma anyway, and they live just 2 doors down. So it's not that hard to pick them up. I can just go visit my grandma. It's just a little bit of a drive, but that's no big deal. I like to go visit my grandma. She's 93. And I am so blessed to have a grandmother that lived to be 93. And Philip is very blessed at 26 years old to have a great grandma. So we love her dearly, and it's time. I'm missing her. It's time that we take that hour 45, 2-hour drive to the other side of Indy. See, we live in the middle smack dab of Indy. She lives almost the very end of Indiana, so it's not that horrible. And there's places to see, and there's places to stop off, and there's things to do, so it's not so horrible. Even if I don't feel 100%, I'm going to do plus signs because that kind of jumped out at me. Even if I don't feel 100%, Philip can drive, Tom can drive, as long as I can just lay my seat back a little bit. Oh, Maxwell is on the table. This is the diamond kitty for the day, is Maxwell. As long as someone else drives and I can just lay the seat back and relax, I'm pretty good. But if it's good days, I can handle that drive. Even if I have to go alone, I can handle the drive. And I know that if something happens and I'm down there and I get stuck, it's not like I have to go to work. I don't. And I can always stay. Somebody will put me up. And I know I'll be able to get home the next day. So yeah. I have wonderful plans for this summer with my grandma. And gonna take the camper down 2 or 3 times, hopefully. Cross fingers. That I can stay a week with her. Just have Tom take down the camper and put it down for me. Stay the weekend. Go home, work, come back, spend another weekend, and then go home. Since the pandemic, I have not been able to spend time with my grandma. So, other than just going and visiting, day trips, and then coming home, I've not been able to spend a lot of quality time with my grandma. Growing up, she always lived, once I got about 8, she lived next door. So, grandma was always very close. So, yeah. So, I love and I appreciate my grandma so much. I don't think words or deeds could ever express how much I dearly love her. And it's only been, the pandemic, that was like in 2000. 3 years I went without her, and yeah, those were 2 long 3 years. Okay, I can multiplace. There's some D's here. Yay, I can multiplace. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Do you have anyone special in your life? Comment down below. You don't have to leave names. Just say who they are and why they are special to you. She's the only grandma I have left. One died when I was 11. One died when I was 21. Yeah, I had just turned 21. And one died when I was 26. Yeah. Is that right? Philip was 5. Yeah, 26. I had to do quick math there. 26. So, I was very lucky to have grandparents that long. Yes, of course, my first grandfather died. Man, that was just heartbreaking for me. But I still had my other grandparents, and that was okay. I still had them, and we still did, and I visit to the nursing homes a lot, and the grandpa who had a stroke became my best buddy. We were buddies, man. He knew all of my secrets before anybody else did, because I knew he wouldn't tell. And it wasn't because he couldn't talk. If he had a secret, he would get it out eventually. He would find a way. There would be 20 questions until it was gotten correctly. But no, he always kept my secrets. And he knew he was going to be a great grandfather again, because my cousin Amy had kids at that time as well. He knew he was going to be a great grandfather again, and he was so rooting for a girl. He was. And I found out after he passed it was a boy. And then I knew immediately I wanted to call my son Philip after the grandfather that I lost as a child. He was my absolute everything. So it would totally make sense that I would name him after him. But I remember saying, oh, should I add two middle names? And everyone was like, no, you're fine. No, it's okay. So, Philip almost had two middle names. I was really considering Philip Con Edward Brightbolt. I was really considering that. But, you know, people were like, well, yeah, but my uncle's family do a middle name tradition, so, you know, he's already been honored. Don't worry about it. It's okay. He's already been honored. Like, okay. I gotta take a minute, gotta peel that off. And don't worry, 99% of the time, I won't say 100, 99% of the time, the glue does not stick to the diamond. I'm just kind of rubbing it with my fingers, trying to get some of this sticky off because it's really sticky right now. So, yeah. But, let's see, was I done talking about my grandma? But yeah, she's a hoot. She's 93. She just turned 93. And don't worry, Grandma, I'm not saying your name. I'm gonna protect you. Because I didn't get permission to talk about her. So I'm going to be very vague on things. But, yeah. Yeah. She dearly loves Philip. My son, Philip. There's a lot of Philips in this family. My son, Philip. She dearly loves this boy. He walks in, and just like as a child, he'd walk in a room, and her eyes would light up. Still does. Yep, she loves him. She calls him Little Philip, because we have a lot of Philips. She calls him Little Philip. Because indeed, he is the last Philip that we know of right now. There's still plenty of time for more children in the family. So far, he's Little Philip. If there's another Philip, I don't know what we're going to do. I guess if there's another Philip, we're just going to have to figure that out. But, yeah. So, let's see. What else? Grandma made the absolute best grape juice. And I want to do that. I want to find Concord grapes and take a bunch of canning jars to her house. And I want her to show me how she makes her absolute fabulous grape juice. It's just amazing. And I want to make sure she shows me, because that's important to me. But it's trying to find the Concord grapes that are a little challenging. I'll have to go to like a fruit market, or, you know, cannot find it on my side of town. So I'm going to start looking, folks. And if I can find them, maybe I can get video if she doesn't mind. Her and I can be off camera, and she can be telling Tom how to do it. And maybe we can post it if you guys would like to see it. Answer below in the comments. Would you guys like to see how Grandma makes the grape juice with Tom being the preparer? Because I don't want to be on camera right now. Even though things are better, they're getting better. I did do a video for my nephew, and that is going to be showed on PBS Muncie. Hopefully everything works good. So he was very kind to me, and he gave me a really good angle, so I don't look absolutely horrible. It's just that awkward stage. You know, I didn't mind when I was big, when I was heavy. I didn't mind it because everything looked normal. Maybe it's just me. But when I see myself on film, because I am losing weight, my face doesn't look right. Because I think it's because I'm losing weight in different ways or different places, so it makes my neck and face look weird. But if you go to Everybody's Aunt Jill, you can see me. I don't mind being on camera. That's not the problem. It's just right now my face looks weird, I think. And it could just be me. I just may be like... But I don't wear makeup. I'm not really fussy. I don't wear makeup. 99% of the time, my hair is in a ponytail. 99% of the time, I am in pajamas. Even when I go next door or outside, I'm still in pajamas, folks. I do not, I'm not one of those that's like, oh my gosh, I must be in full makeup before everybody sees me. No. I just really genuinely think my face looks weird right now. But, when editor comes calling, Aunt Jill does videos. No matter what, Aunt Jill does videos. And then my second thing is this. You're coming here to watch diamond paintings, not my face. So I'm kind of like, what angle am I going to have to be in so far away to see my face and the diamond painting? I did that before on Everybody's Aunt Jill, and you can see my first diamond paintings and the train wreck that was. Let me write that down. I am being very organized and writing things down that I need to remember, and yeah. And I might go ahead and just have Tom film me and just film me from the side to do the grape juice myself. I don't know. I'm still we're just at the planning of that. I don't know yet. I don't know. But even as a child, like, my face has been weird, and I'll tell you why. You can see pictures of me, and I never look the same in each picture. Like, if you take, like, pictures the same day, there'll be I'll look 3 different ways, depending on the camera angle. And there's some angles that are not flattering. Oh my goodness, D's. Okay, let me switch to a different pen. I did not throw that. It's just this is a very big plastic, like, Rubbermaid table. So it's echoey. I did not throw that. It just rolled. But anyway, back to where I was. Very scatterbrained today. You have to pardon me. But yeah. Anyway, let me get back to the main conversation because we went off on a very long tangent. But let me roll this back in. So, yes, I want to do something with the washing machine. Need some flower ideas because I have I have a wringer washer and I have a wash tub kind of a thing. I'll take pictures. I'll put them on Facebook. So I know I at least want geraniums because the 4-H thing. Want to support the girls and the guy. Gotta support them. So, just need some other ideas. Yep. What would go good with geraniums in the one? And what would go good in the other one? I need ideas. So, that came out of all that stuff came out. They cleaned the floors, cleaned the top of the chest freezers. They did all that. So that was all cleaned, and they washed the floors and air dried overnight with help of some fans. So Philip was able to get all of the stuff that was at Ma's house, which is next door. He got all his stuff out. So we cleaned the garage yesterday and made some room. So now all of my stuff is officially out of Lana's garage. Ma, I finally moved out. I grew up and moved away from the garage. So there's a little bit of little stuff over there, but most of it's Tom's and it's tools, hay, toolboxes and stuff. Which I need to go and we need to hang up some cookie jars because I have a table full of boxes of cookie jars. And once that table is clear, then we can start stacking light boxes on that table and shorten because I have a big table. It can't be used anymore it's a garage table now. Can't be used anymore for eating on because, it's old and the varnish is coming off and it's just, it's had its life. And so we put the leaves in that table. We found 4 out of the 6 leaves. This is a big table. And we're using that for all of my boxes. So I'm going to go through and I am going to condense boxes, throw away stuff that I don't want or need. I'm sure there's mounds of pens and markers that been in that box for 4 years that doesn't work anymore. Those are all going to go away. Stuff we don't need is going to probably find a new home. Because I have a cousin that will be starting a new home, and I'm sure she's going to need some things eventually. So most of that will probably go to her. So yeah. Gonna give away things to family that I know that need it. And then if no one needs it, I will, if it's worth anything, I'll put it on Marketplace. But if it's not, I won't. I will just give it to Goodwill or some other charitable organization around us, because we have a few, I think. It just depends on what it is and if it's appropriate to go there, because obviously some of them, it wouldn't be appropriate. So, Goodwill is like always my last thing. My last resort is Goodwill. I try to find appropriate homes. So yeah. Stop scratching the door. I just had to write those down because I forget. I will do this video and go, what did I talk about? So I just write down. So pardon the pauses. I'm writing down things I'm talking about. So that way I can put in the description, hey, she was talking about this, and this is where I can go to find more information about it. So all my stuff is out of the garage. We still have to, after I condense, get some toolboxes over. That's going to be all hands on the toolbox, because that's going to be a heavy job. But once that's done, that's done. It will be done and dusted, and we will be out of the garage. I am so thankful for Ma for letting me attack her garage. We literally have our whole world in that garage, or we did. My whole world in that garage. And considering the amount of stuff I have shifted, I used to have a garage, one-car garage full. And then when I lived in Greenfield, there was a little bit of a flood, and it got into the garage and flooded a fourth of the garage, and I had to throw away a fourth. So I thought, well, since I've got to throw away a fourth, I might as well just get ruthless. And I took that fourth and made it a half of a garage. See if I can get that plastic. There's like a bit of trash. That one's not good either. There's a bit of trash right there. Can I pick it up? Wet finger to the rescue. And I did. So I condensed down to a half of a garage. And then when Tom and I started dating, I condensed more because I knew I was moving and he had a small house, and a lot of stuff I had I wasn't going to need. So I condensed down to a half of a car of a garage. And now I am still at that half of a car of garage. And I'm going to condense more. Yeah. I don't want a lot of stuff gathering about. I'm not that kind of person. I want to only keep what I need. And Tom's the same way. Only keep what we need. He got rid of a lot of stuff too when we were in the process of remodeling. He was just like, nope, don't need it. You've got it. Yours is better. Nope, don't need it. You got it. Yours is better. And we literally did that until it was pretty much all gone, given away to my cousin that was in desperate need of things after their house fire. So yeah, that big purge has happened, and I have got my tingly fingers ready for maybe some more. Because this is only a tiny house. I've always lived in the past in bigger homes. So bigger homes, more chance to collect stuff. I'm in a small home now. It was just perfect for Tom and I. And there's plenty of room for Philip, who's along for the ride. So yeah, we're cozy in the home. And, we always have more room. We could always find more room. If someone else decided they wanted to move over, we have more room. Not going to name any names, but they know who they are. They are more than welcome. Anytime. So that's what we did. I helped with the second job as much as I could. Yesterday was that day. I take my shots on Saturday, and the next day is usually not wonderful. So I took breaks when I needed to take breaks, and I lifted and I moved because, I knew what was in all these boxes. So, yeah. I did what I could do, and when I started getting the steam of the train wreck needed to put in some more coal and let it burn a little bit, I sat down. Wasn't going to get hurt. I'm fine. Not sore at all. So, yeah. And I got to spend some time talking to Ma, Tom's mother. Oh, and I love talking to Tom's mom. She's my best friend. I love her so much. She has helped me in so many ways that I can never repay her for, because what she's done doesn't cost money. So, 3. That lonely 3 is screaming at me. So, let's do it. I just picked right out of the pot. I just dived in there and got one. So, let's see what else is screaming at us. F's. What? I hear you meowing. What's wrong, Maxwell? Is all your friends out? Here he comes. He's gonna knock that camera. He's coming. But I said his name, so I deserve it. What's the matter, Maxwell? Is your buddies all out in the room and they didn't want to come into the pool? It's so cute when I let the cats out because, hey, they need a breather. I say everybody out of the pool and they all come running. And then after a couple of hours of rest and relaxation, I'll say, okay, everybody in the pool, they'll all come running. We have started letting Maxwell out because Philip's on one side of the house and I'm on the other, so we can keep a good eye on him. And yeah, he likes to run about and cause chaos. And then after about 20 minutes, he wants to come back in. He wants to hang out with Aunt Jill for a while, so that's what he did. And I let him out. He was only out for a couple minutes. I think he seen that Philip was sleeping, and he wasn't going to get any attention from Philip, so he came back in. I guess he wanted to be my video cat of the day. Huh, Maxwell? You just want to chill? Either that or it's the nice full-size bed that he can lay on. Or, king-size bed he can lay on. That might be a little bit of a reason, too. He got out and got a scratchy... Pardon me. A tea moment. Okay. He got his little stretchies out. And he's back in. I always have one cat that when I'm filming wants to cause chaos. And I know right now Carl is in the room. And I know Maxwell is in the room. I don't know if it was Cece or JJ that came in. I went and I bought collars for everybody but 2. I could not find a big collar for Carl. And if you would have seen the look on his face, it was like he was sitting there, and I genuinely think he wanted a collar, because he was just sitting there as I was putting them all in a line and doing their collars. And I got down to the last one, and I said, okay, everybody's done. And he just kind of gave me this look of like, where's mine? So I need to go find a bigger cat collar for Carl. The other one, we know by experience, because we've put 4 collars on this little girl, Mama Charlotte, and she gets them all off, that no, Charlotte does not want a collar, and that's okay. She does not have to have a collar, but everybody else likes collars. Even Maxwell. We put a collar on Maxwell because we thought, hey, why not? Everybody else was getting one. He can too. Not knowing the disgust face we would get when Carl did not get his collar. I was a bad cat mommy. Bad. And I wish I would have taken a picture to post on Facebook, because the side eye was absolutely funny. Amazing. I wish I would have taken a picture and made it into like a meme, because it would have been hilarious. So, collar coming for Carl. What I need to do is I need to gather all the cats in one place and take a picture of all of them. Oh, that would be an adventure, because Mama Charlotte doesn't like a lot of them. She is her own cat. She has a love-hate relationship with some of them. Some of them, she's like, oh, okay, yeah, you're good. I can be in the room with you. That's fine. But our little foster kitty that we're babysitting, Maxwell, oh, he's just grown so much. When he first came here, he had a brother, Socks. And we unfortunately lost Socks, and that just broke my heart. I tried to do everything. I even give Socks kitty CPR a couple times. I tried so hard, and I was so devastated when, obviously, I gave kitty CPR. I was very heartbroken, and I never imagined in my life I would ever do that, but I don't regret it at all, because I was able to get him back one time. I couldn't get him back the second. But anyway, so Maxwell had a bonded pair when he came. So we let him have time to grieve. We gave him a lot of attention, because even animals grieve. I mean, really, let's be honest. Gave him a lot of time with us and Philip, and we spoiled him, and then we started introducing one cat at a time. And it seemed like every time we introduced another cat, he would change for the better. I thought one fell. He would change, and he would just get so much better. At first, he didn't even want to play. He didn't do anything. Well, days of being on the floor. And I couldn't get him to do it. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, he's still grieving. The first cat ran in. And I was like, okay, well, obviously, they went in. And it was a cat smaller and younger. Like, okay, well, it's a kid. I'll just watch, see what happens. Oh, they got along. He had his first buddy, and that was Cece. Well, then, Jay wanted to be with his twin, because Cece and Jay are twins. Wanted to be with the twin. So I let him in, wondering how 2 boys would be. two unfixed boys at the time. At first it was rough. I won't admit it. I would let him in for a couple minutes and I'd let him out. And we did this back and forth for maybe 3 or 4 days. And then it got to the point where Max would be at the door meowing and scraping the door. And I'm like, okay, he can't go out because I didn't want him out with all the cats. 8 other cats. It's a bit extreme and I didn't want him to get hurt. If it was just 1 or 2 cats, I would let him out. But I'm like, no, I gotta keep him in the room. Too many cats. So I finally said, okay, maybe he wants Jay. Because he didn't really scratch or anything before. Okay, maybe we'll try Jay. And wouldn't you know it, them two started getting along. The longer they would stay in the room, and obviously I would let the others out, and he would scratch at the door, and they would be at the door after a few minutes meowing and pawing underneath the door. And I'm like, okay, let him in. Then it got to the point where they didn't want to leave. They wanted to stay in with Maxwell. So, okay, that's fine. Every day, obviously, every time we'd open the door, we would tell Cece and Jay, you can come out with us, because we're crazy cat parents. They really didn't want to leave. Then, next up to the bat, amazingly so, was Carl. And I'm like, oh, okay, Carl, this one, he's a big cat. He's twice the size of all the other cats because he's a Maine Coon. He's a big boy. If you put his back paws on the ground and you lift him up in the air, his front paws go all the way up to my belly button. He's a big cat. So I'm like, well, okay. So we would do the whole let him in for a little bit, let him out, let him in, let him out, let him in, let him out. Finally, it got to the point where he wanted in every night. And if he didn't, Maxwell would scratch at the door and get his attention, and he would come in. So now we are at 4 cats in the bedroom. Well, we're like, okay, this is fine. This room is a big room. This room would be considerable to a 1-car garage. We have a big bedroom. We have a king-size bed and a full 6-foot table and a curio cabinet and 2 desks and 2 big dressers. And it's like we have so they all can have their timeout corners. We have room. We weren't worried about it. Then here comes Betty. I'm like, okay, now we are up to 5 cats in the bedroom. They're all getting along. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to start opening the door. Leaving it open a little bit of time and then closing it. If he can get along with 4 cats, 5. Yeah. If 5 cats can be in the room together, including him, we can open the door and see how he does with the other cats. Well, the 2 cats that aren't very keen about it, but will tolerate and doesn't hurt him, is our oldest boy, Frank. He's 11 now. And Mama, Charlotte. Mama Charlotte, she tolerates. She doesn't hurt him. She just kind of just is like, oh, you're there kind of attitude. And she'll come in because we have 2 automatic cat feeders. Obviously, 9 cats. You can't we have automatic cat feeders, and then we have 3 that are fed special. So the special feeders are fed in a different room, but the other 6 can, eat whenever they're hungry. We're fine with that. And the special feeders get put into a different room. Obviously, different times because they are all special fed animals. Cats. Animals? Cats? Why did I say animals? That sounds so rude. So rude, Joe. So rude. But, I'm looking to see if there's any more imps that poke out. If they don't poke out immediately, that's fine. When the biggest part is done, they'll pop out. And I'll go through all the colors again. Let me see how long I've been talking. Oh, 50 minutes. And I'm done with that color. I've talked a lot. That's why I didn't get it all completed. But I'm going to call that there. But let me finish my story real quick. So the door opening is great. Frank doesn't Frank and Max, well, as long as they stay in their separate corners, they're fine. Mama will tolerate Max if she's in here like eating. He gives her space. They respect each other's space, but they've not fought. So, yeah, I'm very confident that they all can hang out and he can leave the room for a little bit and he's perfectly fine. And yeah, so when I'm filming and there's a lot of scratches at the door, when there's a lot of scratches at the door, I usually just open the door and let them run and then just tell you guys it's chaos because 4 cats scratching at the door is just too much noise. I can't take it. So with that, I have talked to you about a lot. My grandma, my family, Lana, yeah, the cats, yeah. But with that, I think I'm going to call that here. I'll finish this off of camera and then we, if I can move it, are going to go to the eyes. I cannot wait. Can't wait. So, yeah, see if I can do both here. Yeah. I can't wait. I'm itching to do those. That'd be fabulous. So with that, wow, my phone is blowing up. Guys, hugs and kisses. Bye, my beautiful train wrecks. I love you. See you very soon.